Hello everyone, good evening all. Welcome to Gate Conqueror. In this session, we are going to start the integral calculus part here, right? So in this session, we are going to see what are the topics that we are going to see in integral calculus, and after that, we are going to start with the basic integration here, right? Let me tell you one thing, most of the aspirants who are from diploma and all, they are going to start the calculus very eagerly and they will complete till the differential calculus. But whenever the integration topic is coming, then they are going to struck little bit because they are going to face some kind of friction and all. But here in this session, I am going to give you a kind of 3-step method, okay, which we can follow in order to make the integration so simple, right? Yeah, so let us start the session, guys. Right, yeah, now here we are going to start with integral calculus here. Integral calculus. In this integral calculus, we are going to have 4 parts, right? So those parts are going to be, the first one is going to be definite integral, definite integrals. We are going to see as a first part, right? After that, we are going to see the improper integrals here. Right, as a third part, we are going to cover the multiple integrals here. Multiple integrals, and at last we are going to see the applications. We are going to see applications, right? These are the topics that we are going to cover in integral calculus, right? So we are going to start from here right away, right? So definite integral, in this one we are going to see from basics here, right? Some basics where I am going to give kind of three step or three types of variations, okay? I am going to give you 3 types of variations, how we can able to see, right, with which we can able to see the integration so easily, right? So we are going to start with this one. So let us try to start with the first topic here. So for that one, we should know first of all what is meant by integration, what we are trying to do. We know that derivative dy by dx is going to be f dash of x, let us suppose f dash of x, right? So this is what meant by derivative. So integration is nothing but the antiderivative. That means if I want to get this one, if I want to get this y, then I can write this one as y as integration of f dash of x dx, we can say. Or otherwise if I take derivative for a function f of x and if I am getting g of x here, the integration for g of x dx is going to be f of x here, f of x, simply antiderivative. This is the only thing that we need to remember, right? Everything will fall as per the question or whatever the equation that we are going to get. If you know the differentiation formula, that is fine, right? So as I told you, we are going to see this one, the process of integration. Whoever are from diploma, whoever wants to learn from basics, for those guys I am going to tell the 3 method, like 2 1 2 3, right? So in these 3 ways, if you are able to verify, then you can able to solve any question that will coming from basic integration here. What is this one? What is this 1 2 3 here? For the first time, that means in the first case, we are going to see where we will try to see apply the formulas here. We will try to apply the formulas here, right? So I am going to give you some of the standard formulas now. Immediately after seeing the question, if you are able to solve that question using the formulas, then you can able to solve. That is the thing here. And after that, we are going to see some standard result here. Some standard result here, right? I'm going to give you three standard results, right, which will cover most of the formulas that whatever we are going to see, right? Coming to the next one, we are going to see integration by parts, right? We are going to apply islet here, islet. So these 3 things are enough. If you see in this way, first of all, are you able to apply the formulas or not? You are going to check. After that, you are going to apply this one. That means whatever the 3 standard formulas I am going to give, we can able to apply those standard formulas or not. At the end, we are going to see islet, right? Integration by parts. So if you see in this way, in this sequence, okay, sequence which is having 3 stages here. So the question may be fall under any one of this category, So let me start with the formulas here. These all formulas are related with only one term, which is antiderivative here. So that means first one, integration of x power n dx is going to be x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c, right? n plus 1 plus c. See here, whatever the function we are getting as integration, if you try to take the derivative, you should get this function here. You should get this function, right? Similarly, the next one is going to be integral 1 by x dx is going to be log x plus c, right? Similarly, the third one is going to be integral e power x dx is equals to e power x plus c, right? Try to remember these three formulas. From these three formulas only we can able to give these three general results, right? We can give these three general results, right? Yeah. So by moving ahead, so integral a power x dx is equals to a power x by log a plus c here, right? Coming to the next one, which is integral sin x dx is equals to minus cos x plus c, right? Similarly, the sixth one is going to be integral cos x dx is equals to sin x plus c, right? Yeah. Similarly, if you try to see the next one, integral tan x dx is equals to log of secant x plus c, right? This formula also we need not to remember. If we remember the upcoming three formulas, whatever I am going to say, right? The generalized formulas. Coming to the next one, this one is going to be integral secant x dx is equals to log of secant x plus tan x here. Similarly, the next one we can say integral cosecant x is equals to log of cosecant x minus cot x plus c. Similarly, one more is remaining, integral, okay, yeah, don't follow the numbering, whatever you can take, integral cot x dx is equals to log of sin x, right? So these are the formulas related to trigonometry, right? Apart from this, if you try to take integral secant square x dx is equals to tan x plus c, right? Similarly, integral cosecant square x dx is equals to minus cot x plus c, right? Similarly, if you try to take secant x into tan x dx is equals to secant x plus c. Similarly, integral cosecant x into cot x dx is equals to, right, minus cosecant x plus c. Is it clear? Guys? Is it clear? Just try to take the derivative here. For tan x we are going to get secant square x here. For cot x we are going to get minus cosecant square, so extra minus will come. Similarly, secant x into tan x here. Similarly, cosecant x minus cosecant x into cot x, that's why we are going to get extra minus sign over there. That's it, right? So these are the formulas that we can able to derive in the next step also, but we can able to remember some of the formulas by using the simple antiderivative concept here, right? That's it. Now, apart from this, what we should know? These all things are come under the first stage formulas, right? Yeah. So what else will be there? So if I take the integration of dx by square root of a square minus x square is equals to sin inverse of x by a plus c, right? Similarly, next one, integral dx by square root of a square plus x square is equals to sin h inverse of x by a plus c. Similarly, the next one is going to be integral dx by x square minus a square is going to be cos h inverse of x by a plus c, right? Yeah. Coming to the next one, integral dx by a square plus x square is equals to 1 by a tan inverse of x by a plus c, right? Yeah. Apart from this, let me give you three more formulas. With this one we can able to end this formula session here. That means formulas in the first topic, that means whatever we have seen, right? So this one is going to be, so this is integral x square minus a square dx is equals to x by 2 into square root of x square minus a square into minus a square by 2 into this one because of cos h inverse of x by a plus c. Similarly, the next one is going to be x square plus a square under root dx is equals to x by 2 into square root of the same will come x square plus a square, plus here we are going to get a square by 2, this one will become sin h inverse of x by a plus c. Similarly, the last one, which is a square minus x square under root dx is equals to the x by 2 into the same will come a square minus x square plus a square by 2 into this is because of sin inverse of x by a plus c, right? So these are the formulas, and these are the standard formulas only we know. So these all formulas, right, these all formulas will come under this first category, here, right? These all formulas will come under first category, right? So if you are able to apply these formulas immediately after seeing the integral, then you can able to apply this first one. Coming to the next one, second one. These standard results are very, very important. These standard results are very, very important. With this, if you are able to remember these three standard results, we can able to solve most of the integrals so easily. So coming to the first one, which is f of x whole power n into f dash of x dx is equals to f of x whole power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c, right? So this is the first thing that we need to remember. Coming to the next one, these three formulas, integration f dash of x by f of x dx is equals to log of f of x plus c, right? Coming to the third one, integral e power x into f of x plus f dash of x dx is equals to e power x into f of x plus c, right? That's it. Among all these three, I'm going to give you highest priority to this formula, right? And next one is this one, and third one is this one, right? If you are able to remember these three standard results, then you can able to solve most of the integrals so easily. So what is the meaning of this one? How we have to remember this one? I will tell you. So if you try to see integral x dx, what we are going to get here? We are going to get x square by 2 plus c, right? X square by 2 plus c. How we are getting means, try to take this x as this f of x, and it is having power 1, let us suppose, and its derivative is besides only, which is 1. The derivative of x is 1 here, so that is having besides only, so that we can able to write this formula. We can able to apply this one. Right? So similarly, this one is very, very important. I am saying, right? Why? Because if you try to see integral 1 by x dx here, 1 by x dx. See here, for this function, whatever the f of x we are having in the denominator, its derivative is on the numerator only, so that we can say directly this is log of whatever the denominator function is there, that we can write. Right? Similarly, this one also we can write integration of e power x into x plus 1, suppose we are having. Then we can say directly the integration is going to be e power x into x plus c, because see, this is f of x and its f dash of x is its besides only, having plus sign in between them, right? So these are the three standard results that we need to remember in order to make the integration so simpler, right? Whatever the formulas we have seen, most of them, integral tan x, integral cot x, all those things are because of this formula only, right? So these are the three important results that we can able to remember, right? So with that, we can able to solve most of the integration questions. Now coming to the third case, we are trying to see the three steps. The first one is going to be applying formulas. Second step is going to be by using the standard results. Third one is going to be highlight here, where we are going to divide the integral as some function of 2 here. So if I am having two things here, u into v dx, right? If I am able to write the given integration, the given function into product of u into v, then I can able to apply the rule called highlight, which is in order to say which is u and which is v, right? So here, based on the sequence, we have to give priority to u. Okay, here I means inverse here. Okay, here L means logarithmic here, A for algebraic, T for trigonometric, and E for exponential. You know all these things, right? So integral uv dx is equals to u into integral v dx minus integration of u dash into integral v dx, right? Whole dx. That's it, right? So first thing, formulas. Second one, the standard results. Third one is going to be highlight. That's it. If you know these three things, then we can able to solve any question. Like most of the questions, 90% of the questions we can able to solve based on the same sequence only, right? Yeah. So actually, whoever are learning from the basics, for them it is important. Like for remaining guys, most of the questions will come from the standard results or the second category, or from the highlight only directly, right? So let us try to solve some of the old gate questions based on this one. See here what is given: the integration of integral log x dx. Integral log x dx, that is what given here, right? So here directly apply highlight here. So here I am going to take u is equals to log x v is equals to 1, because here nothing is there. Let me take this one as 1 here. So that what we are going to get here, integral uv dx is equals to u into integral v dx minus integration of u dash into integral v dx whole dx, right? That's it, simple one. Now integral log x dx is equals to log x into integration of 1 dx minus, for this one we are going to get 1 by x here, right? So similarly for this one we are going to get integral 1 dx is going to be x, right? So we are going to get x here. So that what we are going to get, we are going to get this one is x into log x here. For because of this one we are going to get x. For similarly this one will get cancelled. For 1 we are going to get x here, right? So if I try to take x common here, I am going to get log x minus 1, x into log x minus 1. So answer is going to be C here. Answer is going to be C, right? You can try in the reverse case also, as integration is antiderivative, just try to take the derivative for this one, so that you are going to get log x. You are going to get log x. Simple, right? Yeah. Now next one. Here it is asking integral secant cube theta d theta is having a form like a into secant theta into tan theta plus b into log of secant theta plus tan theta here plus c. Here it is asking what is the value of a plus b. That means here we should evaluate this integration of secant cube theta d theta in this format, like a into secant theta into tan theta plus b times of log of secant theta plus tan theta, in such a way if you are able to reduce this integral, then we are going to get the value of a and b here. Thus we need to find a plus b. That's it, right? Yeah. How to approach this one? How to approach, that is very, very important, right? We are going to apply ILATE only here. So but how we are going to proceed, that is important. So for that one, let me write integral secant cube theta d theta as integration of secant square theta into secant theta d theta here, secant theta into d theta, right? So for this one, let me take this one as u and this one as v, so that what we are going to get here, we are going to get secant theta into, right, integral secant square theta, right? Similarly minus of we are going to get the derivative for this one, secant theta into tan theta, and similarly this is the integration of secant square theta d theta whole d theta, right? Is it clear? Just ILATE, I have applied ILATE here, so that what we are going to get here, we are going to get secant theta into this one, we are going to get tan theta, right, minus here we are going to get this one as secant theta into tan theta. This one will be same, so the integration for secant square theta is going to be tan theta, right? So tan will become tan square theta. That's it, right? Now let us move on to the next step. What we are going to get here, we are going to get this one as secant theta into tan theta minus this one is secant theta into, how we can write the tan square theta in terms of secant square? How we can write? We can write this one as secant square theta minus 1 into d theta, right? Is it clear? Is it clear? Right? Now this one I can write secant theta into tan theta minus, I am going to divide this one, integral secant cube theta d theta plus integration of secant theta d theta. Is it clear or not? Is it clear or not? So here whatever I have taken, if I have taken this integral secant cube theta d theta as I, here I am going to get one more time like that, same term I am getting on the right side with opposite sign. Let me bring that term here, so that I am going to get this one as I plus I, which is equals to secant theta into tan theta plus integration of secant theta d theta, right? Fine, right? Now what is this? What is going to be this one? This one is going to be secant theta into tan theta, and this one will be log of secant theta plus tan theta here, tan theta here plus c, right? So this is value for 2i, but what we need here, we need the value for I, which is half times of secant theta into tan theta plus half times of log of secant theta plus tan theta plus c, right? Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? So this is the required format, whatever that is given in the question, a into secant theta into tan theta plus b times of log of secant theta plus tan theta. So with that we are going to get a value as 1 by 2 and b value as 1 by 2 here. Yeah, a value as 1 by 2 and similarly b value as 1 by 2, right? So with this one we can able to say a plus b value as so easily, right? Now coming to the next one. This is an interesting question, guys. This is a very interesting question where it is given that integral 0.252 1.25 f of x dx. F of x dx, that is what asked in the question. So if you try to see what is f of x here, f of x is already defined as x minus step x here, right? So we know this one is largest integer function, okay, which is less than or equals to x here. So first of all, try to understand what is the meaning of this one. What is the meaning of this one? So try to see here. Here we are going to have the limit from 0.25 to 1.25, right? Here we have to divide the integral in such a way that from 0.25 to 1, whatever the value I am going to place in this function, in this step function, we are going to get the value as 0 only. We are going to get the value as 0 only, because from 0.25 to 1, we are going to have the values from 0.25 to 0.99999. If you take any value in between this one, this is going to give the integer which is less than or equals to x, right? So this is going to give, it is having integer part as 0 here, so we are going to get 0. Similarly, see, if we take whatever the value between 1 to 1.25 in this function, so let me take this one, 1.001 to 1.249999. if you take, so if you try to take, the integer part is going to be 1 here, so we are going to get output as 1. That is what this function is going to do. So whatever the value that you are going to plug in during this values 0.25 to 1, you are going to get the value of output as 0 here. Similarly, whatever the value that you are going to plug in between 1 to 1.25, you are going to get 1 here. So let us try to divide the integral in such a way that integral 0.25 to 1 x minus step x dx here, plus this one is going to be 1 to 1.25 x minus step x dx here. I hope it is clear. That means the way how we are dividing this integral is only important in this question. That will be decided by this function, right? Yeah. Now if you try to see here, this one is going to be 0.25 to 1 x dx, right? Minus of integral 0.25 to 1 step x dx. So tell me guys, what is the value for this one? What is the value for this one from 0.25 to 1? 0.25 to 1, this is going to be 0 here, 0. Similarly, if you try to see this one is going to be 1 to 1.25, how much we are going to get here? We are going to get x dx here, right? This is fine. Next, minus of 1 to 1.25, step x value is going to be 1 dx here. Is it clear? I hope it is clear. Yeah. Now try to take this one. We can write this one as directly integral 0.25 to 1.25 directly we can write for this one. There are no issues with this function, right? So this is going to be x dx here. Next, this one is going to be minus 1 to 1.25 just dx here, right? Now what is the integration for this one? This one is going to be x square by 2, and the limits are from 0.25 to 1.25, minus this one is going to be 1.25 minus 1, which is 0.25, right? Now let me apply the upper limit and lower limit, so that what we are going to get here, we are going to get 1.25 square minus 0.25 square divided by 2 minus 0.25, right? Now apply a square minus b square minus a square is going to be, this one we are going to get 1.5 into 1 divided by 2 minus 0.25, right? Yeah. Now what we are going to get here, we are going to get, this one is 0.75 minus 0.25, roughly we are going to get 0.5, right? This calculation and all can be done, but the process of breaking this integral exactly from 0.25 to 1 is the only important thing that is decided by the concept called the step function concept, right? Now, yeah, let us try to solve one more question. So here this question is based on the modulus function, which is integral minus 4 to 7 mod x dx here. Here previously we have seen the step function, we have to break the integral till wherever we are getting the integer value, some integer value. Here we have to break the integral in such a way where we are going to get exactly 0 here. That means I have to break this integral from minus 4 to 0 step x dx, mod x dx, plus from 0 to 7 mod x dx. Why I have divided the integral exactly at 0, exactly at 0. If you try to see here in this interval -4 to 0, -4 to 0, whatever the value that you are going to keep, that is going to be the negative value. The output should be positive value. That means this value should be -x always in this interval, right? Similarly, in this interval from 0 to 7, we are going to give all the positive values only. We are going to have all the positive values only. For that, the mod x should be x only. So this one is going to be integral 0 to 7 dx here. That's it. Very simple, right? Now, what we are going to get here? We are going to get this one as x square by 2, right? And the limits are from minus x square by 2. The limits are from -4 to 0 here. Similarly, plus this one is also x square by 2. Limits are from 0 to 7. Simple, as simple as that. So let me try to apply this one here. We are going to get what we are going to get here. This one, first limit, upper limit is 0 anyhow. Lower limit is going to be plus 16 by 2. 16 by 2. Similarly, plus this one is going to be 49 by 2 here. 49 by 2. So this is 8 plus 24.5, which is nothing but 32.5. So we can say option C is going to be the right option. C is going to be the right option, right? So the calculation and all, the applying integration is going to be very simple, but you should know where you have to break the integral. That's it. That is the only thing that we should know. Yeah. Now coming to the next question. Coming to the next one. This is very interesting question, we can say. We have to be little bit focused in order to, we should pay some attention towards this question in order to answer this one. See guys, what is given here? This one is integral 0 to 1.5 x into step x square dx. Whatever the concept that we have seen, the same concept we have to apply for this question also. But in place of x, we are having x square here. So what is the value x can take here? X can take the values from 0 to 1.5. 0 to 1.5. That is what given in the integral, right? So if I try to take the square here, we are going to get this one as the x square value we are going to get from 0 to 2.25, right? Because 1.5 square is going to be 2.25. Now, based on the values of x square, we have to break the integral here. How means? Let me take here from 0 to, right? From 0 to 1, let I have divided one integral here. After that, from 1 to root 2, I have divided this again. Root 2 means 1.414, which is less than 1.5 only, right? From here onwards, we can write from root 2 to 1.5 x into step x square dx. Why I have written? So try to plug in the values from 0 to 1. Whatever the value that you are going to take from 0 to 1, we are going to get 0.9, 0.5 and all. For all those things, if you take the square, you are going to get 0 point something only, so that you are going to get this one as 0 here. The greatest integer function is going to give 0 here, right? Similarly, if you try to see this one, whatever the value that you are going to keep from 1 to 1.414, you are going to get less than 2 only, so that this function is going to give the value 1 here, right? Similarly, from root 2 to 1.5, whatever the values that you are going to keep in this function, the x square will give the value from 2 to 2.25. That means the greatest integer function value is going to be 2 here. 2. This is 2, this is 1, this is 0. Now I hope you guys are able to understand. The step function is going to give outputs only integer values, right? Which is less than or equals to the integer, right? So that's why we have to break in such a way that first one, it should give 0, next 1, next 2, right? Yes, I hope it is clear. If you are able to simplify this step function, then it's over. The question is almost over, we can say. So anyhow, this one is 0. So this entire term will go. Now this one is going to be integral 1 to root 2. This is simply x dx only, plus similarly this one is going to be root 2 to 1.5. This is going to be 2 times of x into dx here. That's it. Is it clear, guys? Now try to take this one x square by 2 here, and this is from 1 to root 2. Similarly, this one is going to be x square here. Here the limits are from root 2 to 1.5, right? Yeah. Now next one, what we are going to get here? We are going to get this one is 2 minus 1 by 2 here, right? Root 2 whole square minus 1 square by 2. Similarly, this one is going to be 1.5 square minus root 2 square is going to be 2 here. So what we are going to get here? We are going to get this one is 1 by 2 plus this one is going to be 2.25 minus 2, which is nothing but 1 point. So we can write this one as 1 by 4. So if I try to write this one as 2 by 4, I am going to get 3 by 4, right? We are having the option which is D. I hope it is clear for everyone. Is it clear, guys? Right? Yeah. Now let us move on to the next question. Let us move on to the next question, guys. Yeah. This is also very interesting problem, we can say. This is based on the mod concept here. So try to take the function which is integral 0 to 2 pi. This is mod x into sin x, okay, which is equals to k pi here, which is equals to k pi here. We need to find the value of k. That means we need to simplify this integral here. We need to find this integral, and we need to get something like k into pi form. We need k value. That's it. So first of all, try to see how to solve this one. How to solve this one. So whenever we are having the functions, see here the integration is playing very lesser role, we can say, because based on the function behavior only, based on the function character only, right, we are able to break this integral. After breaking the integral, the process of integration is always same. That is what I have told in the first session. The functions only will play key role in entire calculus here. See here, in all the problems whatever we are seeing till now, what we are observing here, the process of finding integration is same. The formulas are going to be fixed. Whatever the formula that we have seen, they are fixed always, but the function is getting changed, right? Yeah. Now here if you try to seek whatever is there inside this function, what we need to see, simply mod. It's all about sign. When it is changing its sign, that is important for us, right? So if you try to see x value from 0 to 2 pi, everything is positive, so need not to bother about x simply, but we need to concentrate on simply sin x here. From 0 to pi, the sin x is going to give positive values here. So what is the sin x graph here? Yeah, like this, because it is given from 0 to 2 pi, that's why I have drawn this portion, right? So from 0 to pi we are going to have positive values only. So from 0 to pi, x is positive, sin x is positive, overall product is going to be positive, so anyhow output is going to be the positive value only, because it's a mod function. Similarly, from pi to 2 pi, we are going to have the x value positive only, but sin x value is going to be negative, so overall product is going to be negative. So mod of x will give minus x if x less than 0. That means I can write this one as integral 0 to pi mod f x into sin x dx plus, again from pi to 2 pi, if I write mod of sin x into sin x to dx, right? This is what we need to find. Now if you try to see here, from 0 to pi, this one is entire, the product is going to be positive here, so that we are going to get simply x into sin x dx. So this is from 0 to pi here, right? Similarly, plus pi to 2 pi, integral pi to 2 pi, so this one is going to be positive here, this one is negative here, overall product negative, so we are going to get this one as minus of x into sin x into dx. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear or not? Now from here onwards, again integration techniques highlight here, right? So what we can apply, this one is x is going to be this one, we can say minus of cos x, right? Minus of, this one is going to be 1 here. Similarly, this one is minus cos x dx here, right? So what we are going to get, minus x into cos x, right, plus sin x, right? This is what we are going to get for integration from 0 to pi. Similarly for this one also we are going to get the same here. So this one is going to be minus, the same function we are going to get, minus x into cos x plus sin x, but here the limits are from pi to 2 pi, right? Now apply the limits, guys, right? What is going to be the value here for pi? What we are going to get here, we are going to get this one as minus pi into cos pi, right? So 0 we need not to substitute, because we are having x here, Now coming to the next one, anyhow this is sine only, sine is going to have 0 value at 0 and pi, so this one will be vanished here, right? Coming to the next one, this one, what we are going to get here, minus of, try to substitute 2 pi here, 2 pi is nothing but 0 only, so that here we are going to get minus 2 pi into 1 here, cos 360 degrees. Similarly, this one will vanish for pi and 2 pi also, Similarly, we are going to get minus of one more pi because of this pi, right? So if you try to see overall we are going to get 4 pi, which is having comparison with k pi. So we can say k is going to be 4 here. K is going to be 4 here, right? Is it clear, guys? Here we need to find the value of k only. We need to find the value of k only, which is 4. Is it clear or not? Is it clear or not? Just if you know the function characteristics, then you will come to know where exactly you need to break the integral. Where exactly you need to break the integral here. Yeah, coming to the next one. This is a very easy question. This is from formulas only, we can say. Minus infinity to infinity dx by 1 plus x square. So we know integral of 1 by 1 plus x square dx is going to be tan inverse of x here, right? So if I try to write this one, we are going to get tan inverse of x. The limits are from minus infinity to plus infinity. So this one is going to be tan inverse of infinity minus of tan inverse of minus infinity. So that we are going to get this one as pi by 2 minus of minus plus will become, this is also pi by 2. We are going to get pi here. We are going to get pi. Simple, right? Direct formula only. This one is direct formula, right? Now coming to the next one. Yeah, this one is also a very easy question only. Integral 0 to pi by 4 cos square x dx here. Cos square x dx here, right? Cos square x, right? We know very well this is a very basic formula, basic question only. So try to write this one as 1 plus cos 2x by 2 dx, right? We can write cos square as 1 plus cos 2x by 2 because cos 2x is equals to 2 cos square x minus 1. 2 cos square x minus 1. With this one we can able to write the cos square x value as 1 plus cos 2x by 2, right? Yeah. Now try to take the integration now. So this is going to become 1 by 2 into integral 0 to pi by 4 dx plus again 1 by 2 into integral 0 to pi by 4 cos 2x dx here. Cos 2x dx, right? So with this one we can able to write this one as 1 by 2 into, we are going to get integration x here. If I try to substitute limits, then I am going to get 1 by 2 into pi by 4 plus similarly this one is plus half times of, what is the integration we are going to get for this one? We are going to get this one sin 2x by 2, right? Sin 2x by 2, the limits are pi by 4 to 0. Pi by 4 to 0. Now let me try to write this one as pi by 8 plus lower limit 0, sin 0 is going to be 0 only. So we are going to get 1 by 4 times of sin 2x. Sin 2x, x is nothing but pi by 4, we are going to get 1 only. So pi by 4 plus pi by 8 plus 1 by 4 is going to be the answer. Simple, right? Yeah. Coming to the next one. This is, what is the value for integral 1 by 2 pi into integral 0 to 2 pi sin t minus tau into cos tau d tau. Cos tau d tau, right? See here how to solve this question. How to solve this question. So we are having the products here. We are having the products of sin and cos here, right? If you are able to break this one, that means by writing sum or kind of plus minus, you are able to bring this one by using the standard results in trigonometry. By multiplying with 2 and dividing with 2, we can able to write this one as 2 sin a. So 2 sin a cos b, you can write sin a plus b, sin a plus b plus sin a minus b, you can write, right? So if I able to write this one by using the standard results or standard formula in trigonometry, then we can able to write this one as two sine functions, two different sine functions where we can take the integration so easily. So this one is going to be 1 by 4 pi. This is from integral 0 to 2 pi. This is d tau. This is d tau, right? Yeah. Now see here, this 1 by 4 pi will be same as it is, but if you try to see this one will get cancelled. So this is going to be integral 0 to 2 pi sin t d tau here, plus similarly the next term is going to be integral 0 to 2 pi, integral 0 to 2 pi, this one we can say sin t minus 2 tau d tau, right? Here the integration is not with respect to t, instead of that it is integration with respect to tau. So this sin t is going to be constant. Here we are going to get sin t into just tau. The limits are from 0 to 2 pi, right? So this is having 1 by 4 pi as multiple here. Similarly, plus we can say the integration for this one is going to be cos t minus 2 tau divided by minus 2. The limits are from 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi, right? So if you try to take this one, we are going to this value as 0 here, 0, right? And this one we need to simplify, that's it. So here we are going to get sin t into 2 pi divided by 4 pi, which is nothing but sin t by 2, sin t by 2. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? That is what given in option D. That is what given in the option D. Is it clear, right? Yeah. Now yeah, let us try to solve one more question, guys. Yeah, try to solve this question. So here it is given a into f of x plus b into f of 1 by x is equals to 1 by x minus 25 here. That is what only given, and it is asking what is the integration from 1 to 2 f of x dx. What is integration from 1 to 2 f of x dx? That is what we need to find. We have to take the integration for f of x from 1 to 2, right? So first of all, we should know what is f of x, right? So here only one equation is given. It is having two functions, which is f of x and f of 1 by x. F of 1 by x. From this one, first of all, we should be able to write f of x. What is f of x here? After that, we have to take the integration, right? So for that one, let me try to take one thing. Let me try to keep 1 by x in place of x here, in place of x. Then what we are going to get here, we are going to get this is a into f of 1 by x plus this one is b into f of 1 by x is going to be x here. Similarly here also we have to replace, this one is going to be x minus 25, x minus 25. Is it clear? Right? Why we have written like this means, in order to get this f of x here, in order to get this f of x and in order to eliminate this f of 1 by x. How we are going to eliminate? See here, f of 1 by x is having a constant or coefficient b here, and similarly this f of x is having a coefficient a here. If I try to match these two coefficients, if I am able to subtract, then I can able to eliminate f of 1 by x. I am going to get an expression which is in terms of f of x here. So let us try to do this one. For that one, let me take this first equation and multiply this equation with a, right? So that what I am going to get here, we are going to get a square into f of x, right, plus ab into f of 1 by x, which is equals to a times of 1 by x minus 25, 1 by x minus 25, right? Now similarly try to take this one and multiply with b. So what we are going to get here, we are going to get, let me write this one here. So b square into f of x plus ab into f of 1 by x, which is equals to b times of x minus 25, x minus 25, right? I hope it is clear till here. Now what is our intention? We need to get this f of x here. So for that one, let me subtract this one from this one, so that what we are going to have here, so this one we can say a square minus b square into f of x, right? A square minus b square into f of x. See here, ab into f of 1 by x, ab into f of 1 by x, both the terms will be cancelled out, and this will be equals to a times of 1 by x minus 25 minus b times of x minus 25. Simple, right? Yeah. Now from here, let me write what is f of x here. Here f of x is equals to 1 by a square minus b square here. Similarly, which is a times of 1 by x minus 25 minus b times of x minus 25, right? This is what we are going to get. Now what we need here, we need to find integral 1 to 2 f of x dx, right? So for that one, we need to take the integration here. See, that is what given in the question, integral 1 to 2 f of x dx, right? Yeah. Now see here, this term will be constant, which is 1 by a square minus b square, and for this one we can write integral 1 to 2 a times of 1 by x minus 25 dx minus 1 to 2 b times of x minus 25 dx here, right? I hope it is clear. Now just take the integration, and so that we are going to get the answer here, which is 1 by a square minus b square, this one, right? Similarly the next one, this term is going to be a times of for 1 by x we are going to get the integration ln x, the limits are from 1 to 2. Similarly this is minus 25 into x, we are going to get the limits are from 1 to 2, right? Bus. this is for entire A. Similarly, minus b into, we are going to get this one as x square by 2 here, right? And this one is minus 25 into x. The limits are from 1 to 2, right? Now try to take this one. This one is going to be 1 by a square minus b square here. Similarly, this is a times of ln 2, because ln1 is going to be 0 here. Similarly, this is going to become minus 25a, right? Yeah, so that is the first term is over. So coming to the next one, which is minus b into, we are going to get this one as 4 minus 1 by 2 is going to be 2 here. Similarly, this one is going to be minus 25 here, right? Now if you try to see what we are going to get here, we are going to get 1 by a square minus b square into a times of ln 2 minus 25, this one. Similarly, minus b times of, what we are going to get here, we are going to get this is 47 by 2 minus, so this will become plus here, right? I hope we got the answer. A ln 2 minus 25 plus 47 by 2 into b here, right? That's it. Answer is going to be a here. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Yeah, I hope it is clear. Yeah, simply we have to observe whatever the function that is given, and after that we have to break the integral in such a way that the function characteristics are satisfying, right? That is the thing. After that we can able to integrate in the process whatever we have seen. That means by using the formulas, by using the standard results, or by using the highlight here, right? Yes. Now, yeah, I am Hari Ande, having 5+ years of teaching experience in GATE and ESE. Here my subjects of expertise are going to be engineering, maths, controls and aptitude. Here you can use the code HariMath to get 10% off on Unacademy plus subscription here, right? Coming to the next one, these are the two platforms that are there in Unacademy, Plus and Iconic. Let me tell you the features here. The Plus course is going to have features like live classes, doubt solving sessions, crash courses, weekly test in English and Hindi language also, rank improvement batch is also there, right? Yeah, so this is all about Plus course here. Coming to Iconic, we are going to have all the features that are there in Plus. Along with that, we are going to have some other extra features like dedicated doubt clearing instructor and personal coach will be there, study planners will be given, and preparation study materials also will be provided. At the same time, personalized test analysis will be given, study booster sessions also will be there here. So coming to the next one, this is Plus course, and these are the pricing plans. So you can use the code HariMath to get 10% off here. So these are the pricing plans for 12 months, 18 months and 24 months. So this is Iconic course for 12 months, 18 months and 24 months. Here also you can use the code HariMath to get 10% off here, right? Yeah. So this is Unacademy Ask a Doubt, where you can able to ask unlimited doubts at any time, so that you are going to get exact video solutions in English and Hindi also, high quality video solutions. You are going to receive exact matches for your questions. You are going to get instant and accurate solutions for lakhs of questions, and you are going to get assistance for your homework also, right? Similarly, this is live mentoring product, where you are going to guide with 1:1 live mentoring here. This is only for Iconic subscribers, right? Yeah. Now coming to next one, this is Arohan batch for GATE and ESE 2023. This is for electrical guys, and the language is going to be bilingual here. Similarly, this is also Arohan batch for GATE and ESE 2023, but this is for ECE guys, and the language is going to be bilingual here. So this is Ware batch for GATE 2023. This is for electrical guys, and the language is going to be English here. Similarly, this is also Ware batch for GATE 2023. This is for ECE guys, and the language is going to be English here. So this is rank improvement batch RIB for GATE 2022 guys. So this batch is going to be in bilingual. This is for electrical guys here. So this is going to be started with network theory and analog from October 6th here, right? From October 6th. Now coming to the next one, this is rank improvement batch for ECE guys here, right? So for GATE 2022 rank improvement batch, this is for ECE guys. The language is going to be bilingual here. Here also this is going to be start with the network theory and analog here. So this is a new feature where you can able to answer where you can able to practice last 10-year questions, right, in a simulated environment, like as you are going to get the feel of GATE here. So you can enroll here by using the code HarryMath, so that you can able to unlock this product and you can able to give the last year 10 question papers. So this is our Telegram channel link where you can able to join in this Telegram channel, where you are going to get all the updates, materials and daily practice problems in our Telegram channel from our entire GATE Conqueror YouTube channel, right? That's it guys, that's it for today's session. We are going to see the one more session on integral calculus as a part 2, right? Okay, thank you.